Hi YouTube, this is Sister Scaleback, Kathy, coming at you with my 3-week post-op update. I started this journey May of 2013. I had surgery June 16th, 2014 at Toronto Western Hospital in Toronto, Canada. My highest ever weight was 361. My surgery weight was 339. 1 week later, I was actually up a pound at 340 from the swelling. Last week, I was at 331, and this week, I'm still at 331. So I haven't gained, I haven't lost. I'm sort of in this stall, and they call it a 3-week stall, so I guess it's very common. And I'm not going to worry about it because it's just my body trying to figure out if I'm trying to starve it or not. And eventually, when it realizes I'm eating every couple of hours, it will kick back into gear. So other than that, I did go for my 3-week or my 4-week, I guess they call it, 1-month follow-up at my clinic, my bariatric clinic, which is actually in Windsor, Ontario, completely opposite direction where I had my surgery. That's also where I went for all of my pre-op testing, my pre-op classes. They have a great bariatric center there at Hotel de Grace Hospital. And so today at my follow-up, I was basically told that I am doing everything right. They did sort of chide me a bit for having real coffee as opposed to decaf coffee. There is a slight risk of an ulcer from caffeine, apparently. But I'm having one coffee in the morning, so it's a risk I guess I'm taking. I've given up everything else in my life. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't eat most foods now. And I mean junk food, of course. So, I mean, it's just that one thing. I don't have pop. So I just want to hold on to my one coffee in the morning, and I hate decaf. It's just not natural. I don't know. Anyway. Other than that, I'm doing really well. I'm on soft food stage now, so my food doesn't have to be pureed. I can take a bite of chicken. As a matter of fact, for lunch today, I went to Swiss Chalet after my Windsor appointment, and I can have the dark meat chicken, and I dipped it in the chalet sauce and made it really moist so it's easier to go down. Protein. That's the number one goal for me. So I had that dark meat leg, and that's about all. I tried to have a few bites of mashed potato, but there wasn't any room left. So because protein is the number one goal, you try and focus on eating that first. And if you have room, which you usually don't, you can then have a piece of vegetable or a piece of starch. Preferably not rice or bread yet, because those swell in your stomach. So I avoid that like the plague. I still have the Melba toast. I can have tortilla now if I want to try one. I don't want to try one yet. I'm averaging about 600 or 700 calories a day, which isn't much. So that's one of the reasons that your body goes into a stall, is it's trying to figure out what you're doing to it. Let's see. I'm just happy to have some variety. I had a piece of strawberry. I had a piece of cantaloupe. So fruit is tolerating well. I don't tolerate milk very well. So a lot of people do find that they're lactose intolerant somewhat after surgery, whereas Greek yogurt or cheese is tolerated. I guess because it's in a bit of a different form than milk. So, let me see. I mean, really, that's about all I have to report on the food side of things. One thing I do want to talk a little bit about is some of the emotional things, some of the things that I've learned. Let's just say 10 things that I've learned since I started this journey back May 2013. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I would say probably half of those videos I took to heart, and I really seriously worried or believed that those things were important. Comes to find out 3 weeks after surgery, 3.5 weeks after surgery, that some of those things I shouldn't have bothered worrying about. So I'm just going to go through a few of those things that I've learned. The very first thing that I've learned is that no two surgery patients are the same. I know that sounds pretty simple. You would think I would have figured that out. But The surgery is the same, but the patients are not. So your level of pain, the level of complication, the level of your ability to tolerate what food, how much food, all of that, it's all different according to who you are. And there's no way to judge that ahead of time. You have to wait until it actually happens. And just 1 minute here. Just had to stop my dog. I throw things randomly at my dog, yes, because he doesn't listen to me. The second thing that I've learned is don't take anybody else's word for anything. And that includes, if you're listening to me, don't take my word for anything. Because everything that I'm telling you is my experience. It's not possibly going to be your experience. So you're listening to my video. If you're pre-op, take it with a grain of salt. Some of it may affect you the same way it affected me. Some of it may be completely different. And I don't want to make anyone feel like what I say is going to be standard for them, because it not necessarily is it going to be. The third thing, and this is a really important one for me, don't go buying all kinds of stuff before surgery. You know that saying, your eyes are bigger than your stomach? Well, before surgery, your eyes really are bigger than that big stomach that you have. So you're going to go out and you're going to buy all this protein powder. You're going to buy all kinds of cans of soup. You're going to buy all kinds of protein bars and little tiny dishes that are so cute. No, won't this be great to eat out of? And you're wasting your money. First of all, most of those protein powders and protein shakes, you're going to hate them. You are. Even if you like them before surgery, I can't find one I like anymore. So rather than wasting your money, I've spent a few $100s just on protein shakes. And I cannot stand any of them. I've given some away from OptiFast because I couldn't even stand OptiFast. So wait until after surgery, or another way to do it would be email some of those protein companies and ask if they have samples they can send you. Go into a Spartan Nutrition or some other nutrition store where they sell protein powders and ask for to try it before you buy it. And even then, if you're before surgery, trying it before you buy it doesn't really matter, because your tastes change after surgery and you might not like it. So honestly, it's not going to hurt in the first week not to take protein supplements. So, in the first week after surgery, you're on clear fluids. Don't worry about the protein powder yet. And then by the second, third week, you're able to go to the store and try samples at that time. The fourth thing that I've learned is you should always expect the unexpected. So for example, stalls. Also, one day I can eat a certain amount of eggs, scrambled eggs in the morning. The next day I can only eat half that amount. And I don't understand why, but I guess it's just the pouch being finicky or swelling or healing or adjusting. I don't know. But I can't always eat the same amount every day. So I guess there's good days and bad days. I've not thrown up yet. I've not had any bad reactions. I have had problems with, like I said, milk. I think I said milk earlier. But anyway, milk intolerance, but yogurt and cheese and that sort of thing, I don't. So, but most importantly, just expect the unexpected. And when it does happen, don't be freaked out about it, because that's just part of the journey. And as long as you've heard all of the possibilities, they may apply to you, but they may never apply to you. So just keep that in mind. The fifth thing I've learned is I need to slow down. I am so fast. I try to be fast at everything. I used to work in a factory and I was a fast worker. And when it was lunchtime, I used to be a smoker. And I used to smoke those cigarettes fast so that I could get my coffee or something to eat in at the same time. Everything I did for a good 20 years of my life was as fast and efficient as I could possibly make it. Doing dishes, didn't matter what it was, doing laundry, fast, fast, fast. I even drive fast. But anyway, slow down, especially when eating. It is so hard for me to slow down. Oh yeah, put your fork down between bites. doesn't work for me. I've tried. My hand automatically goes back and picks it up because I can chew real fast and I can swallow. So I think the best way to slow down is to have somebody to eat with and have conversation with them, because conversation can slow you down. I should call on my friend Eleanor. She talks like a mile a minute. And so a conversation with Eleanor. If you're out there, Eleanor, hi, I need some conversation. Number 6 thing, appreciate and savor your food. You know, I remember eating a whole medium pizza. I don't think most of the time that I ever did that, I actually tasted my pizza. I just inhaled it. And now after surgery, I'm realizing, because I have such a little amount to eat, I'm really noticing the way it feels, the way it tastes. I'm letting it linger for a minute so I can appreciate it. I have a bigger appreciation, or a finer appreciation for taste. And I can hardly wait to start having some, I don't know if I can tolerate it yet because I haven't tried, but I can hardly wait to start trying some curry, some flavor, some spices. I do like hot food, spicy hot, but I'm not sure. Once I start doing some crock pot recipes, I'll incorporate some of that and see if I can tolerate it. But appreciate flavor. Savor your food. Number 7, celebrate the small stuff. That's really important. Like, I'm in a stall right now, so I feel like I don't have anything to celebrate. Well, I put on a pair of jeans that I haven't been able to fit into for, I don't know, at least 6 months. I've lost 3 inches off my waist. That much I do know. I was measured today in Windsor. So even though I haven't lost any weight in the last week, I am down 3 inches. So that's fabulous. I guess you can lose inches and not weight. It's not all about the scale. Number 8, don't set unrealistic goals. So in the beginning, I set this goal. I actually wrote it down. So many pounds in the first week, so many pounds in the first month, so many pounds in 6 months, so many pounds in a year. I have no idea how much I'm going to lose in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year. I asked my doctor today if he could give me a goal weight, a final goal weight, and he refused to do it. He said it's setting you up for disappointment, and he refused to give me a goal weight. He said your body will go where it wants to go, so I trust that. And I know in my mind where I'd like to be, but I might not get there. And in their eyes, as long as I've lost 70% of my excess body weight, they consider that a success. To me, that would still be overweight. It would still be 220 or 30 pounds. And I want to be under 200 pounds. But that's a goal that you shouldn't really set so early out, because it could depress you later if you realize that you're not going to get to that. Number 9, be kind. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up when you can't walk as far as you thought you could, or you can't, you can't get all your protein in a day. But also, more important than being kind to yourself. Being kind to yourself is important, but more important, be kind to others. Because there are a lot of people out there who don't understand weight loss surgery, and they don't have to. It's not their journey. And so if they come at you with an ignorant attitude about it because they don't know about it, be kind and just tell yourself it's not their journey. It's not their problem. And so if they want to hear about it, great, but don't push it on people. And especially your family. Your family are the ones that are closest to you, so they're naturally going to be the ones that you take it out on if you're having a bad day. So I try to remember to be kind to my family, my husband in particular. There are times I've lost it, and he's there for me and he understands, but I'm trying to curb that. And the number 10 thing that I've learned is that I have to get up and do something. Anything. But I have to get up. And I'm finding that a little bit easier and easier to do. I walked around this Walmart for an hour the other day, And that is something I never, talk about celebrating the small stuff. I never would have done an hour in a Walmart store. It would have been get in and get out because my feet are killing me. My knees are killing me. I don't want to be here. But I actually sauntered through the store, stopped and talked to some people that I knew, looked at things I had no intention of buying, bought a few things I had no intention of buying, and thoroughly enjoyed just walking through a store. That is amazing for me. So another thing that I've done as well is when I've made an agreement with my husband that anytime I swear, I do have a little bit of a mouth. People who used to work with me won't believe that, but I do. And so anytime I swear, I owe one load of dishes or one load of laundry every time. My husband does a lot of dishes, a lot of laundry. And a lot of it was because I was just so heavy that it hurt me to do those things. So now every time I swear, I think I owe a couple of days of laundry and dishes already. So that ought to tell you how much I have been letting it go. Not swearing at him, just swearing in general. It's a way to just, let off steam. So those are the 10 things that I've learned. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope that if you're pre-op out there, some of those things has helped you. Especially don't go crazy buying all kinds of stuff. You're not going to be able to eat it. You probably won't like it. And you have time after surgery. Life doesn't stop after surgery, which is something that I learned. Life goes on. So don't worry about it. That's my three-week update. I'll come back next week for my 1-month surgiversary. I get to say surgiversary, finally. And hopefully I'll have some weight loss to report to you then. In the meantime, have a great week, everybody. Bye.